I polled our YouTube community because I had to know what you think the hardest part of live streaming is. And the results were shocking. I'm kidding. I wrote the poll, so I knew exactly how this was going to go. But 50% said the hardest part is growing an audience. Another 25% said staying motivated when viewer numbers are low, which tells me something important. It's not the tech, it's not talking on the mic, it's the grind. And I've been there. Slow growth, empty chat, questioning why I'm even live. In this video, I'll show you what I did to finally make growing on Twitch possible. I'm breaking down the 3 big strategies that actually worked, even though they go against what everyone tells you to do. And yes, they're boring, but they work. So let's start with the first one, because this is where most people accidentally sabotage their growth. Dan Clancy, CEO of Twitch and my ex-boyfriend, loves to talk about short form.
Short form content is a great way to be discovered.
Post short form, point people to Twitch, repeat. And to be fair, this does work for certain streamers. I mean, if you're playing a game people are already searching for, a clip makes sense. The context is instant. But for what most of us watching this video do, DJing, talking, maybe dancing, building community live, it just doesn't work. I mean, for a full year, I posted 5 short form videos a week. No breaks and no excuses. And I didn't just shit post or throw up slop. I did what Daddy Dan said. I clipped the stream. I edited each one. I used trending audio. I researched my titles and SEO for reach. And my Twitch growth, basically unchanged. Here's where I started posting daily, and if you compare it year over year, the growth is just virtually the same. I mean, I ended up learning a lot about platforms and video editing, and I grew my Instagram and TikTok by several thousand, but Twitch growth was still at the same range, and so I made a boring choice. I stopped trying to funnel strangers over to a platform that many had no intention of watching, and I started building depth somewhere else. I leaned into long form on YouTube, and let me tell you, long form is slow, and it's not flashy, and it doesn't spike metrics, but it does build trust and relationships. People got to see how I think and my personality and my love of sharing knowledge in a different way than I am on stream. And interestingly, I have so many people now coming to my streams from watching my YouTube channel. It's been really amazing. So thank you if you've come in and said hello when I'm live on Twitch. And hey, I just want to ask you to do me a favor real quick. Like, subscribe, share, maybe hype this if you're into it, so we can keep building this awesome community of DJs who stream. So if you're grinding on the reels and the shorts and the TikToks because everyone keeps telling you to, maybe invest that time somewhere a little more boring. You don't have to make long form videos, even though I highly recommend it. You could spend that same time hanging out in your Discord or supporting other streamers while they're live or actually improving your set or OBS scenes. Boring? Yes. Effective? Also yes. Now, the next strategy is going to make some of you very uncomfortable, and some of you might be irritated because you've heard it so much. But just hear me out. See, everyone says growth is about consistency, and that's exactly why most people quit, because no one explains what consistency actually costs. It doesn't just cost your time, it costs your ego. And if you were one of the 25% who said the hardest part of streaming is staying motivated when viewer numbers are low, this is the part they never tell you. Real consistency is boring in a way that feels uncomfortable. It's picking a schedule that feels almost too small and refusing to negotiate with yourself about it. 2 to 3 days a week, same time, every week, no changing it because last stream was quiet, no switching formats because you're bored. The truth is, most people aren't inconsistent. They're constantly renegotiating. Consistency isn't about showing up when you feel motivated. It's about showing up even when you have only a handful of viewers. So here's what consistency actually looks like in practice. You pick 2 days. You put them on a calendar. You treat them like a meeting you cannot cancel. And you don't touch the schedule for 90 days. And after every stream, don't ask, did this grow my channel? Ask this one boring question. Did I show up? And if the answer is yes, that's the win, because Twitch doesn't care how passionate you are. It cares if you're predictable. Viewers don't build habits around hype. They build habits around reliability. And once I stopped treating consistency like a grind, showing up just started feeling normal. And that's when I learned how to survive low numbers. I stopped looking for big wins and I started collecting evidence. Oh, OBS didn't crash? That's a win. My audio sounded clean the entire stream? That's a win. One new person chatted? Win. Someone came back from last week? That's a big win. Because those things mean something important. They mean the system is working, even if the audience hasn't caught up yet. Most people quit because they're waiting for motivation to arrive. I did the opposite, and I encourage you to as well. Let the small, boring wins be the thing that keeps you going. Not because they feel exciting, but because they prove that you are still moving forward. And when you stack enough of those quiet wins, you'll be more confident, and that confidence will make it easier to hit go live, even when the numbers don't love you yet. Now, here's the problem with being boringly consistent. It's really hard to do alone. Showing up week after week with the same schedule and the same format and the same quiet chat will mess with your head. And this is where I see most people break. Not because they aren't capable, but because there's no one around to remind them that what they're doing is actually normal. Which brings me to the third thing that changed it all for me. See, I stopped trying to grow in isolation. I found a small circle of streamers who were at or near my level, who understood the grind and showed up anyway. We traded ideas, we tested things, we rated each other, we normalized the boring parts. And suddenly, consistency didn't feel like a punishment anymore. It felt shared. And this is exactly why I built my Livestream Bootcamp. Not to teach magical tactics or to promise amazingly fast growth, but to put you in a room with other streamers who are also choosing boring and actually sticking with it. Because consistency works best when you're not the only one doing it. And that's the last piece that most people miss. And I'm going to link some info about my bootcamp in the description if you want to know more. So stop chasing short form, get boringly consistent, and stop doing this alone. That's what actually worked for me. And if I can do it, believe me, so can you. But even if you do all of that, you can still get stuck, which is why you should go watch this next video. In it, I'll show you the exact mistakes most streamers are making on Twitch without even realizing it.